The legend of Boggy Creek, America's swamp monster. In the thick, shadowy swamps of Fouke, Arkansas, a legend has lingered for decades. A creature, half man, half beast, said to stalk the waterways, forests, and bayous. To locals, it is known simply as the Boggy Creek Monster. But what is this shadow in the wilderness? A hoax born from fear, or a terrifying creature still lurking in the swamps to this day? We dive into the mystery, the eyewitness accounts, and the chilling truth behind the legend of Boggy Creek. The story begins in the early 1900s in Fouke, Arkansas, a small rural town nestled along the Sulphur River bottoms, a place where the line between civilization and wilderness is razor thin. Hunters and farmers began to whisper about strange screams echoing from the woods. At night, dogs would bark wildly, livestock went missing. Some claimed to see a hulking, hairy figure moving silently through the swamp. The stories grew louder in the 1940s and 1950s, and by the 1970s, the Boggy Creek Monster was impossible to ignore. The most famous encounter occurred in 1971. A young family had just moved into a small house near Boggy Creek. Within days, they claimed they were terrorized by a giant ape-like creature. It was described as standing 7 feet tall, covered in dark hair, with glowing red eyes. The family reported claw marks on their porch, a strange odor in the air, and the feeling that something was watching them. The incident was so shocking, it made national headlines. Newspapers dubbed it the Fouke Monster. Over the years, hundreds of witnesses have come forward. Some describe the creature crossing roads at night, vanishing into the trees in seconds. Others say it stalks hunters and fishermen, following them through the swamp with heavy, thundering footsteps. Eyewitnesses insist it moves on 2 legs, but with an animal's strength and speed. One strange detail is repeated again and again: the smell. Witnesses say the Boggy Creek Monster gives off an unbearable odor, like rotting flesh mixed with skunk. A stench so strong, it lingers long after the creature disappears. Scientists suggest this detail matches reports of skunk apes in Florida and Sasquatch sightings across North America. Could they be related? The legend of Boggy Creek reached Hollywood in 1972. When a low-budget film, The Legend of Boggy Creek, hit theaters, it blended real witness interviews with dramatized encounters. To everyone's surprise, the movie became a hit. The Fouke Monster was no longer just a local myth, it was now part of American folklore. Of course, not everyone believes the creature is real. Skeptics argue that the sightings could be misidentified black bears whose size and appearance might terrify someone in the dark. Others suggest mass hysteria, stories that fed upon themselves until an entire town believed in a monster. But believers argue that too many witnesses, across too many decades, can't all be mistaken. Over the years, plaster casts of giant footprints have been taken in the swamps near Fouke. The prints measure over 14 inches long, far larger than a human's. Hunters have found broken tree limbs too high for any man to reach, and strange howls recorded in the night. Though blurry and inconclusive, photos and video clips continue to surface, each one fueling the mystery. Cryptozoologists suggest the Boggy Creek Monster may be a southern cousin of Bigfoot. But unlike Bigfoot sightings in the Pacific Northwest, the Fouke Monster is tied to swampy terrain, where water, mud, and thick vegetation make it nearly impossible to track. Could this environment help the creature remain hidden? Even today, sightings continue. Locals report strange shadows darting across roads at night. Campers hear screams echoing across the swamp. Hunters describe being watched, chills running down their spines as they realize they are not alone. In 2013, one couple claimed they saw a massive, hairy figure step out of the woods near Boggy Creek and vanish into the darkness. So what is the Boggy Creek Monster? A lost species of giant primate, a misidentified bear, or something older, darker, and far stranger that has always lived in the shadowy swamps of Arkansas? Perhaps the truth lies hidden beneath the murky waters of Boggy Creek. But one thing is certain: if you wander into the swamps of Fouke after dark, you may not be alone. Watch the shadows, listen to the silence, because the Boggy Creek Monster might still be out there, waiting. What do you think? Is the Boggy Creek Monster real or just a legend? If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mysteries, myths, and legends that blur the line between reality and the unknown.